All right, everybody. We're finally back at a new time,
Man.
at least temporarily. But if you're listening to this later, it doesn't matter what time it is.
It doesn't matter.
When you listen later,
I
it's
mean,
on
it
your
might matter
terms.
for how many viewers we have today.
Well,
We'll
yeah, that's
see.
true. That's true. That's true.
We'll see.
But
We'll see.
regardless,
But yes, dang right. Regardless, same amazing show, same channel, different time, different day.
yeah. And we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So wherever you want to go, we got you covered. Just
You
like
can't say you can't find us.
Exactly. Just like our story today, G.I. Joe, they're wherever there's trouble, G.I. Joe is there.
You think, is that because he's causing it? That's what I thought. Like, I was
probably. Well, yeah, it could be, because in this case, they're hiring a 9-year-old to handle some of their missions. So
yeah, we read through this once before for people who are new to the show. Last episode, tune in, check it out.
Yep. You can go find it. It's in the archives.
This is unlike any choose your own adventure book that we've read. Yeah. Because you have to come up, well, you'll see, but we come up with a strategy before we even go. And then at that point, you're kind of stuck to that strategy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The book, I almost said the game. These books are very gamey. The book doesn't let you go like, oh man, you done messed up. Go back to the boardroom and no.
Yeah.
Once you've done that, you're just like,
you're right. There's only 2 choices essentially, but there's a little deviation after that, but not much.
Not much. Once you're on that track, you're kind of on that track. If choose your own adventure, if you can picture the tree in your head, it's like boop, 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 boop. Like it starts, and there's all these choices right out of the gate.
Yeah, there's many branches.
Yeah, G.I. Joe's like a fork, like a tuning fork. It's like
tuning fork. Yeah,
you pick one of these 2.
Yeah,
and that's what you're stuck with, kid.
I wonder if all the books are like that. This is the first one, so this is Find Your Fate. There's like 10 of them total. I got another one. We'll have to tackle another one later and see if that's the case.
Well, I just wonder if it is that way. I mean, in this one, they have the wherewithal to make a 9-year-old their strategic planner for their missions. So it's like,
well, maybe so.
Why not? But yeah, we should just dive right in, I suppose. We can start flipping coins until we have
second time in this one, like you said,
populate in here. Should we? Here we go. Do you want me to start this one off, Lee?
All right.
Am I back?
So you are Sunday morning, and we're doing this Sunday morning.
Lee, am I back? Right. Can you hear me? Did you lose me for a second?
Yep. Yeah, I lost you there for a second. So
where'd I go?
You, but I don't know. You disappeared.
Did you want me to start this, or do you want to start this?
Go ahead and start this one, and then I'll go first on the next one.
Here we go. Last time I read this, I had sweet pit vipers on, but I don't have those here.
No.
Here we go. Welcome to the pit.
Oh yes.
The underground headquarters of the G.I. Joe is your new home. Where are you getting mail? New G.I. Joe headquarters. Where does Santa come when it's Christmas time for you? G.I. Joe headquarters. When you misbehave in school and the teacher has to send home a note, it's going to the pit.
Exactly.
That's because you are about to become the newest member of the G.I. Joe team. All they have to do is haze you and to make you one of their own. To drink a jug of this mystery liquid.
Yes.
Your code name, Wise Guy, because nobody hates a smart ass 9-year-old. Your major talent. Am I hung up again?
No, you're good.
Okay, good. Your major talent: to think fast and make wise decisions under pressure. The perfect job for a 9-year-old.
Of course.
Your assignment: strategy specialist. A special G.I. Joe squad is about to go into action. The mission will not be an easy one. As strategy specialist, it will be up to you to make sure it is a successful one, meaning nobody dies. Read the direction at the bottom of each page, then make your decision about what to do next. If you make the right decisions, the team will. There was no wrong decisions. There's just different decisions.
Different
Why
decisions.
You got to do 1980s, man. You're either right or you're wrong. Get out, kid.
You're right.
If you make the right decisions, come on, kid. Quit being wrong all the time. The team will score a triumph over the evil forces of Cobra, and you will be recognized as a hero. If you make the wrong choices, you'll wish you never joined the team. I'm already starting to. To wish that.
I think you already are.
Good luck, soldier. Begin your mission on page 1. Here we go. There's the boardroom. Everybody's looking professional.
On a Sunday morning, just like today.
Sunday morning. Can you move any faster, Ripcord? What's your problem? Did you jump out of too many airplanes without a parachute? Blowtorch, right out of the gate.
Oh, yeah.
It's too early for this, dude.
Stirring the pot.
It's too early. We haven't had coffee yet. Speaking of which.
Yeah, there you go.
Of my morning juice.
Some go juice.
This is not coffee, kids.
Oh, Jesse in the chat. This place is the pits.
Oh, there we go.
The puninator.
Where's the fire, Blowtorch? Ripcord has the worst comeback.
Yeah.
Where's the fire, Blowtorch? He's like, oh, that wasn't good.
He didn't go to correspondence course for insults like we did.
Yeah, he didn't go to sweet clapback school like Jesse did. He didn't go to the sweet you always got to have one ready to go, man.
Yeah, Jesse always does.
Where's the fire, Blowtorch? You know what that comes from, by the way, real quick, everybody? Merciless bullying. That's what that comes from.
Oh, there you go.
That's what that comes from. Let's look at it right out of the gate. Jesse, he's fired. See?
He's fired. Yep.
It's Sunday morning. Jesse's tooling around with a cup of coffee in his pajama pants still. He's still ready to go.
He's still firing him off. Oh, firing him off. Oh, okay.
And if you... Oh, there you go. Exactly. He really got his ash kicked.
Oh,
man. I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
Where's the fire, Blowtorch? Ripcord replies with the worst comeback ever. The other G.I. Joes laugh because they feel bad for him, and this is all he's got. You're walking through the second level of the pit toward the briefing room. It's 0600 hours on Sunday morning. It's 6 in the morning on Sunday. What sort of monster?
6 in the morning.
6 in the morning. 0600 on Sunday morning. You can understand why your fellow G.I. Joes are a bit edgy. Why has Duke, your sergeant, called who took a snake to the heart in the G.I. Joe movie? Let's not forget. Pour one out for poor Duke. It must be important.
Got to be.
You remember that when he took a snake to the heart? You remember that? It's like blah. I was like, there's so much blood in this movie.
Snake to the heart. A meeting on Sunday morning.
I know, right? I'd rather take a snake to the heart than this meeting.
Yeah.
You enter the low-ceilinged room and take your place around the long table. There are 7 of you waiting in silence for Duke to enter. Hey, I smell smoke, Mutt cries, jumping up from his seat. What's burning in here? Smells like burning rubber, Airtight says, with a peculiar grin on his face. It's my boot, Mutt cries. He begins stamping his foot, trying to put out the fire. Airtight, you idiot. This is no time for your stupid practical jokes, because lighting your friends on fire is funny, kids.
Oh, yeah. Why not? It's the 80s.
It's the 80s. Do it. Light Light your friends on fire. G.I. Joe, setting the bad example. Whenever there's trouble, G.I. Joe certainly is there.
Do it. Is there to put out
Airtight.
the fire?
Exactly. They put out the fire that they started. Let's be clear.
That they started.
Airtight falls off his chair laughing. The other G.I. Joes are laughing too, mainly because it didn't happen to them, and they're glad that they're not that guy.
Yeah.
Blowtorch doesn't laugh. Fire is not a joking matter to him. Jeez, such a bad.
Wow.
Mutt angrily leaps at Airtight, but Snake Eyes pulls him back with a simple flick of the wrist. You shouldn't play jokes on Mutt, you tell Airtight, who is still laughing. Mutt spends so much time with dogs, he's likely to bite your leg. Man. You're right. He gave his own mother rabies, Airtight shoots back. Oh man. This meeting is out of hand. It's just out of hand, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone laughs, even Spirit, who usually disapproves of rowdiness and being cruel to your friends. But the laughter stops immediately when Duke enters the briefing room. Time to get serious, guys, he says, rubbing a hand slowly through his short blonde hair and yanking a snake out of his chest. I've got a small job for you. What is the mission? Turn to page 20. Now, this is unnecessary, right? Because it's like we're not making choices here. So why are we hopping around? A lot of them artificially build that in, like, ooh, these kids, they feel like they're doing something.
Yeah, I think that's to try to break up the monotony. Let's make them turn pages. Come on.
Turn pages so they feel like there's a... I mean, it's just kind of... It's a little bit of a dirty trick. Because Choose Your Own Adventures do have that, occasionally thrown in. But I think that they threw it in as a mechanic where they're like, I do want to have the action of moving around this book. That's part of the fun.
It is.
But if we don't, sometimes I think like, oh, hey, we'll have them go back to the page. But then by doing that, they're like, oh man, they'll sneak that no choice, kind of turn to page 7 because they put themselves in that position where they have to. This is more like, make the kid hunt around a little.
Yeah, make him hunt. Come on.
Duke switches on the slide projector because it's 1983, and a face appears on the screen. It is the face of a man with wavy hair, white hair, piercing blue eyes, and a short-cropped white mustache. It's the one and only Al Garrison.
Ooh, okay.
The man is dressed in a long white lab coat. This is Dr. Newton Fitzsimmons, Duke says. He's an Australian scientist, and this is Dr. Fitzsimmons' invention. He clicks to the next slide. It shows a small red metal device. It doesn't look like much, does it? But it's a heavy-duty machine. I'm talking about Dr. Fitzsimmons, because he's ripped.
He's got 2 guns.
Bow! What is it exactly, Sarge, you ask? It's called the Star Raider. It's a nuclear anti-missile device, Duke answers. It can be launched from any kind of space satellite. You better believe that the boys in the Pentagon are real eager to see how this little beauty works. That's where we come in. We're going to really mess it up. We're going to borrow it from the scientist, Airtight asks. That's too simple, Duke says. That wouldn't make for a convoluted book. We're not going to steal it. I wouldn't need you guys for that. Dang. No, it seems that the Defense Department has invited Dr. F to Washington. He agreed to... Don't call him Dr. F. You're just... That's just not good.
It's just all sorts of trouble there.
Just Dr. Fitzsimmons, please.
Just not Dr. F. I guess the stinking kids don't want to say the whole name. We're just going to change it to Dr. F.
Listen, you already got me flopping around the book. Going to page 20 for no reason. I can say Fitzsimmons. You know what I mean?
Come on.
He's agreed to fly here and bring his plans for the Star Raider to show to the big boys at the Pentagon. Turn to page 21 or the next page.
Yeah.
Can I turn to page 21? There we go. And our job, you ask, being insufferable? Our job is to protect Dr. F again. What are we doing here? During his visit to the U.S., Duke says, you see, I've left out one little detail because I'm bad at these meetings. Cobra, it seems, knows about the Star Raider. And Cobra also knows about the doctor's visit to Washington. They know everything we know. My guess is they'll try something, anything, to get those plans for themselves. You look around the table at the G.I. Joe team that will be with you on your mission. Snake Eyes, the silent master of the martial arts. Ripcord, the paratrooper. Which one was the prankster again? Was that Ripcord? No, I don't think so.
I think that was Ripcord, wasn't it?
Maybe, yeah. Ripcord, the guy that they all want to kill.
I think it was.
Blowtorch, the fire expert. Spirit, the soldier with the special skills of a Native American medicine man. We're not being ethnically sensitive at all in this book.
No.
Airtight, whose specialty is chemical warfare and whose hobby is practical jokes. Oh, that's the guy.
Oh, okay. So that's the one.
Airtight. And Mutt, the feisty dog handler. Cobra should know better than to tangle with this group. Duke presents you with 2 different plans for protecting Dr. Fitzsimmons and his invention. As strategy specialist for your team, you will have to decide which plan to put into operation. Turn to page 4. Read both plans carefully. We just hopped around for no
reason. Exactly.
4. Here we go. What? No, wait. This is our first real choice, technically.
Technically, yes.
So we have to go with the other choice here.
Yes.
Because last
time, first choice, we went to page 54. So we chose plan A last time.
We did the plan A in full view. That was the parade in New York. How could that go wrong?
Yeah, why how could it? Now read plan B. So let's do plan B then.
So we're gonna go with plan B because last time we had read the book so we the humble narrators here forced the choice in the beginning just so we don't have to repeat the same potential, which happens sometimes when you redo these books if you're not careful. And so this way we're going to get a different adventure through this. So I'm going to read plan B here. Plan B, the mountain retreat, to get the object to get Dr. Fitzsimmons to the most hidden, secluded place possible. Background: Snake Eyes had the foresight to buy some real estate in this weird economy. Owns a small cabin in the high Sierras where he goes to escape from the world with his pet wolf. Do you really have a pet wolf? It's more of a companion, really.
Companion wolf. There we go.
It is secret and secluded, except we all know about it. And as far as he knows, Cobra is unaware of it. Strategy: take Fitzsimmons directly from the plane to this hidden cabin in the mountains. Have the Defense Department officials meet with him there and see his plans. Then fly him back to Australia. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
He can be the rationale. He can be gotten in and out of the country without Cobra ever knowing where he is. Also, the mountain cabin should be easy to defend against Cobra if Cobra should happen to locate Fitzsimmons. So here we go. We're going to force the choice. Plan B.
Plan B, 62.
Turn to page 62. There you go, sir. This is where Lee takes over.
All right. We're going with plan B.
Plan B.
Plan A.
Plan A.
Wasn't good. You look up into the purple and white Sierra Mountains. A large, graceful bird floats lazily above tall pine trees. The air is brisk and refreshing. It's beautiful, Spirit says quietly, but even scenery as beautiful as this can hide many dangers. What Spirit is trying to say is that this ain't no sightseeing tour. Let's get going, Blowtorch yells. So far, the mission has gone well. Dr. Fitzsimmons and his secret plans arrived at the airport right on time. From there, you and the Joe team ushered him into an unmarked jet and flew west. Now your convoy of jeeps is about to begin the climb up the steep and narrow trail that winds towards Snake Eyes cabin in the mountains. You are armed with an M16 rifle, and Blowtorch has a trusty flamethrower in tow. But there are no signs of danger. The only sounds you hear as you give the signal to move up the trail are the whispers of the wind and the soft chirping of birds. Will your trip to the secluded cabin stay as peaceful? Go to page 63. Your jeeps climb the trail slowly but surely. Low scrub gives way to tall pine trees and twisting trail goes dark beneath them. What we're gonna do up in the cabin while we're waiting for the generals to come, Airtight asks. All this nature stuff up here makes me nervous. Anyone bring a deck of cards? Wait, you hiss, gesturing for Airtight to be quiet. Ahead, you see a large boulder in the middle of the trail. That boulder didn't fall there, Spirit says, raising his rifle. It was put there, maybe to stop us. Suddenly, gunfire flares from the trees on both sides of the trail. Spirit was right. It's an ambush. Whoa.
The worst kind of bush.
The ambush.
When he asked for playing cards, I was gonna be like, he's like, hush, look, there's a playing card tree right here.
Right here. Look at this. As the 9-year-old puts down his M16 rifle, grabs the cards. Oh, man. Jesse.
Jesse, unmarked play. Yeah.
Was my nickname in that ill-fated fashion design correspondence course I took in 92. Exactly.
Unmarked plane. That's the worst fashion line. Unmarked plane. Just sheets of white paper hanging off of him.
Yes. All right. You leap out of the Jeeps and hit the dirt. Mutt pulls Dr. Fitzsimmons out of the gunfire. Get down, Doc, he cries. We got us a little action here. Kaplow, 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 kaplow. The mountain, the quiet. Yeah, is that how their lasers sound?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
The quiet mountain air is filled with automatic weapons fire. You can see your foes advancing through the thick pine trees, firing their weapons. Cobra soldiers, or as they are in the cartoon, cannon fodder.
Right.
They've got you outnumbered by at least 5-1. We got to clear out one side so we can get into the woods. Airtight yells, blasting into the trees with an M16. There are too many of them. We're safe. Yeah. There are too many of them. We're safer here by the Jeeps. Ripcord yells, heaving a grenade at the group of Cobras. Ooh. As strategy, here we go. We're going to jump in and fix this. As strategy specialist, you have to choose which is the better plan. So do we stay by the Jeeps, turn to page 27, or do we try to get into the woods, page 52? So let us know in the chat. Do we stay by the Jeeps, or do we try to get into the woods?
Jesse, there's too many trees.
What?
Shoot them.
Should we do? There. All right. Having some internet trouble today, I think.
Are we back?
All right. So we're back. So Jesse says, shoot him. Get into the woods. Or why wouldn't you? Oh my.
So it's get into the woods. What page was that?
Yeah. Ooh. Try to find it here. There we go. Okay. 52. I think that's you, Eddie.
All right, here we go. 52. I'm feeling not blue. Not blue. I'm feeling blue like blow up. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Airtight is right. He isn't just being reckless this time, you yell. We're sitting ducks here in the middle of the road. Let's clean out the woods, Airtight yells.
Oh, man.
Jesse was right.
Breaks out his chainsaw.
Airtight yells, jumping up and running into the woods. His M16 blazing. Crazy fool! Blowtorch yells, but he's right behind Airtight. His deadly flamethrower spitting in all directions, lighting every tree on fire. The rest of the Joe team follows them into the trees. Nothing. That's a smart weapon to have in the middle of a forest. It really is.
Oh, of course, it is.
Attacking with rifles and grenades. Here we go. Ready? or I'll just be like, AK, 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 AK. The cobras don't retreat a step. They know they have you outnumbered. Whoosh.
That's a lot of O's in that whoosh.
Woo. The underbrush in front of you bursts into flames as Blowtorch goes to work. That should push him back a bit, he cries, as he lights himself on fire.
Starts a giant forest fire. Millions of acres are burned.
As he burns down every home in that mountain
area.
But there are too many of them. You soon see that you cannot win this battle. You look around. You put the gun in your mouth. Sorry.
You look around. Wonder if anybody's watching.
We can't win this one, guys.
Yeah. I can't take it anymore.
Oh, no. It's the worst ending. It's the Ric Flair of flamethrowers. That's what Jesse just threw. Woo!
Oh, man.
Sunday morning. But there are too many of them. You soon see that you cannot win this battle. You look around. Go, Joe.
Go, Joe. Oh, man.
Where can you retreat? Then suddenly you hear guns blasting from behind the cobras. Someone else has entered the battle. It's Dr. F with his shoulder-mounted
rocket
cannons. Page 53. The cobras spin around and begin firing in the other direction. Now they are being attacked from both sides. You peer through the trees as you advance against the cobras to see who the new combatants are. Destro? Destro, you cry.
Ooh.
Is Destro really going up against Cobra? He usually works with them. Yes, it's Destro, the notorious weapons supplier, and a band of mercenaries. Can't trust those mercs. They'll do whatever they want.
Exactly. You just got to pay them off.
Of course. It makes sense, you tell yourself. Destro would love to get hold of the plans for the Star Raider. Then he could sell them to the highest bidder. You decide to use this opportunity to get Dr. Fitzsimmons to safety. I mean, less danger. Let's start there first.
Yeah, just do less.
Let's not call that safety yet, man.
Yeah.
Let them battle it out, you call to the Joe team. You're 9. You're 9.
Wow. You're 9.
Let them battle it out. You call to the Joe team. Remember, there's an illustration that shows you standing there, and you're literally like a little kid, like,
yeah.
Let's get Dr. F, once again, don't do that, up to the cabin. That line could be taken out of context a lot. Let's get
Dr. F up. Oh, you're right. That could be taken way out of context.
Hey, everybody, take that line and try to sneak it in a normal conversation this week. Whoever gets the best reaction from their friends or coworkers wins 1,000 Uchoose bucks.
Yes. Redeemable at many fine retailers as soon as you find them.
You start your meeting tomorrow at work. You're like, hey guys, before we get going, I suggest maybe we let's get Dr. F up to the cabin.
Yeah. Oh man. Just let it go from there.
Just see just lob that one out and just see where it goes.
Oh man.
As the Cobras and Destro soldiers trade fire, you and the others make your way up the trail. Dr. F is shaken but unharmed. Sorry. Snake Eyes unlocks the door to the small cabin and locks it behind you once everyone is inside. But it isn't much of a fortress, you realize. It's like a total cabin, like we thought.
Wow. He's we're really bright strategy specialists.
And whoever wins this fight in the woods will soon be coming after Dr. F. Should you radio the pit for backup help? The backup might not reach you in time. Or should you prepare the cabin for an all-out battle? Soak it in gasoline and
light it on fire.
Blowtorch, kill us all. So, prepare the cabin. Turn to page 37 with A-Team music. Or radio for help. Turn to page 8. There we go, everybody. Right. To prepare the cabin. Prepare the cabin or radio for help.
All right. Well, we wouldn't be in this situation, Eddie, if we had your favorite G.I. Joe character here, Shipwreck. Yeah, just solid right there.
Shipwreck every time. And he always makes him feel dumb too. He's like, "Hey guys,
Yeah.
You're a bunch of morons.
Exactly. Man, did you love those cards on the back of the G.I. Joe
Loved them.
figures?
Those bios.
Yeah. Oh, man, you go to the store and you just look at those.
Oh, yeah.
You could spend hours.
The handful of G.I. Joes I had, you'd cut them out and put them in a little like a recipe holder, and you'd be like, "Oh man, yes. I gotta pull the file. I gotta pull the file up on Shipwreck here." There it is.
Aha! Look at that. Oh, prepare the cabin.
He says, "Prepare the cabin." So we have to fire this one up to as they prepare the cabin.
Oh yeah.
They're all getting the cabin ready. Yeah.
Yep. We're gonna do the building montage where we're building stuff and
dig that trench. That's right.
Secure that door.
Make that Burmese tiger trap. That'll kill anybody that walks into it.
We need a Burmese tiger stat.
Someone give me a tiger. It shows blowtorch lighting stuff on fire. Not yet, yeah. Blowtorch.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
The 80s build it, fix it montage.
The get it prepared. Get it prepared montage.
Yes. So that's what we do when you brainstorm at your meeting on Monday.
Exactly.
Get your A-team music ready.
Oh yeah, you're like, here it is. You're like, I suggest we get Dr. F up to the cabin. All right. So we're gonna prepare the cabin, sir. Page 37.
Yes. All right. I'll do that one. Backup forces would never get here in time, even in Sky Strikers. Not sure what that is.
That's another G.I. It's another G.I. Joe character.
Oh, okay. Ripcord says, "You're right. You agree. We've got to fight it out right here in this cabin. I really must apologize for all the trouble I've caused," Dr. Fitzsimmons says sadly, shaking his head. Actually, it's our fault, the strategy specialist, for not knowing how to handle these situations.
How is this your fault, man? Don't blame yourself. Blame this kid.
Yes. All in a day's work, Blowtorch says, looking for a good place to set up his flamethrower. "I don't mean to put down your cabin here, Snake Eyes," Mutt says, looking around the small bare room, "but this isn't exactly the safest place to defend ourselves. I think we ought to set up out in the woods. At least we can hide behind trees out there. A few grenades and this place will look like it was never here. We've got good cover and 4 walls to protect us here," Ripcord says. "Out in the woods, we're too vulnerable. Here we go. We're going to bring our mind to the situation. As strategy specialist, you've got to decide where to prepare for battle. So let us know in the chat here. Should we prepare for battle in the cabin or in the woods? Let us know where we should go." Yeah.
Again.
What are we going to do? All right, Hannibal. I love it when a plan comes together.
I know. We kick open the coffin and we're in a wedding dress.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Oh, man. That's great.
You just got to.
I just love how the fact that we're 9 and we've just botched this whole thing up. I think we really need to, as a strategy specialist, we need to know how Cobra's figuring all this stuff out. We've got a mole problem or something at Joe Command Center.
I mean, literally, not to, look at the last episode, but this is exactly how the last mission went down. We went in with this intel that we had, and it was like, oh, psych, the intel was wrong. That was literally the whole plot synopsis. It's like, yes, Cobra has no idea. And they're like, surprise, we did have an idea.
Yeah.
It's like
they know everything.
Yeah. It's like, we're just bad. We're not good. Like
somebody's just leaving files. They're going to the bar and just leaving files on the counter there or something.
That's what it is. You know who I think it is? I really do think it's Duke. He's like, guys, I just got out of a meeting with Cobra. I told him everything. Anyway, let's get
yeah.
I feel like this isn't going the way we should. So Jesse is telling us to go in the woods. Man, I thought we had it safe in the cabin.
Okay.
82.
Guess not. 82. Going to the cabin.
Mm-hmm. We'll be safer in the woods, you decide. Like last time when we ran away from the woods.
We're like 0 for 3 for decisions.
At least it'll be harder for them to surround us out there, like it was hard for them to surround us last time. 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago, when Destro, our sworn enemy, helped us out.
I'm going to climb a tree and drop pine cones on their heads, Airtight announces. Mutt shoots him in the head with his revolver.
We can't have this stupidity here.
Yeah. You're killing us, Airtight. Oh, perhaps we should stick with our sniper rifles and flamethrowers, you suggest. That's like your little, yeah. Well done, buddy.
Yeah.
We ain't exactly roughing it here, Ripcord says, smiling. He opens a cabinet and pulls out some explosive device. I'm sure they're expensive, too.
Expensive.
I'm sure they're not cheap. Yeah. Explosive devices. We can set up a few mines out by the path. This might shake them up a bit. You begin to set up for battle, using the tall pines and low shrubs as cover. Blowtorch sets up his flamethrower. That's all he can do.
Yeah, that's all he's got.
You ready your grenades, whatever that means. Airtight and Spirit set up the landmines a few hundred yards down the trail. Dr. Fitzsimmons watches everything from his hiding place behind a thick evergreen tree. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Hey, we got company, Spirit yells as he and Airtight come running back to the cover of trees. Turn to page 23.
Man.
Just hopping along. Over.
I know.
The illusion of choice.
Kids will love it. They'll love going all over this book.
Cobra jeeps pull into view. Destro and his mercenaries must have lost the battle. Oh, man. The jeep stopped just a few feet in front of the landmines. Airtight shakes his head in disappointment. The crimson and blue uniformed Cobras leap from their vehicles and, weapons in hand, attack the cabin. The sound of their rifle fire echoes off the mountainside. Great, you cry. They think we're in the cabin. Let them have it from behind. Once again, just don't say that out of context. Just don't say it out of context.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Get Dr. F to the cabin. Dr. F's going to the cabin.
Yeah.
Let him have it from
Let him
behind.
have it from behind.
What?
What?
You open a barrage of gunfire. Blowtorch's flamethrower blows up one of their jeeps. I thought it just lit stuff on fire.
That's what I thought.
Cobras drop to the ground. Their cries of surprise, their death cries, almost drown out the roar of the weapons. They spin away from the cabin and turn their fire on you, but you are spread out in the woods. Not an easy target. Another Cobra drops. Then it
the
drops.
Death cries.
Another Cobra drops. We're killing Cobras out here, dude.
Whoa.
Then another.
We're killing Cobras all over the place.
This is fun, Airtight yells on a murder spree. Heaving a grenade that takes out another jeep. But now that the element of surprise is gone, the tide of battle begins to turn. You're outnumbered by at least 3-1, and Cobra bullets are beginning to find their targets. We're losing Joes here. 40, turn to page 42.
Right and left.
42. I thought we were doing so well.
No.
We're not going to make it at this rate, Ripcord says to you, crawling behind the shrub you're shooting from. I just thought of something. Airtight has already suggested pine cones, you say, firing off another round. I hope you've got something better in mind. Man, we're snarky.
Yes.
Airtight has already suggested, I've got 2 rocket packs in the cabin. Why'd you leave them in the cabin, bro?
What are you
Why
doing?
are they in the cabin? Why are they in the cabin?
Come on, Airtight.
And there are a few explosives left in the cabinet. If Airtight and I could get into the cabin and get that stuff, we could fly up over these Cobra clowns and drop a little surprise on them. You'll never make it to the cabin. Too risky, you say, as a grenade explodes a few yards to your right. We might make it. It's worth a try, Ripcord says eagerly. You've got to... I'm world weary and I don't have the strength to kill myself, but I'll die in battle.
I'd rather die in battle. Exactly.
You've got to decide what to do. You've got to make a good decision here. Airtight and Ripcord are too valuable to lose. These are human beings. What's wrong with you? So, tell him it's too risky and continue fighting Cobra from the ground. Turn to page 13. Let Airtight and Ripcord try to get to the rocket packs. Turn to page 66. Why do we keep going to the cabin? Because
I know Jesse's like, why did? Yes.
You mean the cabin we were just in? So our strategy,
Yeah.
hear me out, is we're in the woods. We run to the cabin. We're in the cabin. We're like, forget this cabin. If you will, Dr. F this cabin. And we're going to get out and go back into the forest. But wait, now we're going to be like, wait, I know what we should do. We should go back in the cabin.
Back to the cabin again. We're the strategy specialist. I think we flunked strategy specialist correspondence course.
Could you imagine if you were like, here's my strategy, guys. Forest, cabin again. And then after that, I don't know. If any of us are alive after that, then maybe try to win. Then we win. Jesse says, get to the Rockets.
Just win. All right. Get to the Rockets. 66. There we go. Okay. Page 66. Okay. Go to it, you say grimly. Have a good flight. Airtight signals to ripcord, and the two of them begin making their way through the low shrubs to the cabin, dodging machine gun bullets and rifle fire. A few seconds later, they run out of the cover of the woods and into the front of the cabin. 4 cobras run out to meet them. Ripcord blasts one with his rifle, knocks one in the stomach with the rifle butt. A cloud of smoke from the brush fire started by the flamethrower rises into you, and you can't see what happens next. 2 cobras attack you, leaping over the bush that provided your cover. You fight them off, taking a punch in the ribs before finishing them. You roll away from the 2 cobras and look toward the cabin. Did Ripcord and Airtight make it inside? You can't see them. Turn to page 70. All right. Hey, those are the biggest robins I've ever saw, Blowtorch yells. You look up from the ground to see Ripcord and Airtight high in the air in their orange rocket packs. They made it. Boom, boom. They drop the deadly explosives before the cobras can react. Then they fly higher to escape the cobra bullets that fill the sky. Boom, boom. Smoke fills the woods and you begin to choke. You can't see. The cobra guns are silent now. Will Airtight and Ripcord make it back? Yes. You hear the soft hiss of their rocket packs as your 2 courageous friends land. Now the mountain is silent. Turn to page 43. All right. All over the place on this one. So our plan may have worked. Let's find out. When the smoke clears, you see a few wounded cobras fleeing down the trail. You look over to the tree where Dr. Fitzsimmons was hiding. He smiles back at you, a trembling, questioning smile. You give him the okay sign. Man, that's the only way to fly, Ripcord says. Where'd everyone go? Airtight asks with a grin. Looks like we've chased him off, you say. And look over there, Snake Eyes. Your cabin is still standing. You don't have much time to celebrate your victory. An army helicopter hovers overhead. A few seconds later, it lands in the clearing in front of the cabin, and the Pentagon general climbs out. You introduce the generals to Dr. Fitzsimmons. Well, doctor, it's a pleasure to see everything running like clockwork for a change, one of the generals beams. Yes, like clockwork, Dr. Fitzsimmons says. He gives you a grin and a salute and follows the generals into the cabin. The end.
Wow. Whoa.
We're back in the cabin again.
Wait. So cabin, woods, cabin, woods, cabin, woods, cabin.
Wow. Oh, let's find a storyline where it's just woods and cabin, and then we'll just go back and forth. The kids will love it.
Yeah, clockwork. I don't know. This clockwork? Was this part of the plan? There's like 50 dead cobras out here, guy.
Yeah, and then we almost died, and we started a forest fire, most likely.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone's dead. Some civilian is out there like, why, G.I. Joe? Why?
Why? My house.
Go, Joe.
Yo, Joe.
My house, my dreams.
Yeah. So
Gone.
this could be a G.I. Joe PSA where a kid's about to just throw a match, just carelessly on the ground. Blowtorch comes out and just uses a flamethrower. If you're going to start a forest fire, do it like this.
Hey, kid, you're doing it all wrong. And they're like, the G.I. Joe PSA is like, this guy's like, oh my God, guys, I worked hard and saved money and bought my dream house in the mountains, and Blowtorch came and burned it down. Hey, kids, fire insurance is a real thing. You should really buy fire insurance. G.I. Joe.
Joe. Oh, man.
It's your fault for not having the proper insurance coverages.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man, that was fun. The Find Your Fate. This one, oh, by the way, we need to give props to Carl. Carl's the one that gave us this book. So thanks to Carl, the Goat Kicker. I'll put a link in the show notes for his stuff.
Yeah,
also,
please do. The Goat Kicker
writer
podcast.
As well.
Writer, podcaster, comic collector. I mean, he's a man of many hats.
Oh. Well, on to the this one. Yeah. He does it all. So
he does indeed.
This one is Your Code Name is Jonah by Edward Packard, the creator of Choose Your Own Adventure, and then Paul Granger is the artist. Him and Paul did a lot of artwork together. You can definitely tell his artwork style. It's pretty synonymous with a lot of Edward Packard's books. So
yep.
We're
holding to the rainbow
in this
theme.
one.
Holding to the rainbow theme, they have a nice little blue rainbow going around the whale there as it's diving in the water.
Yeah, you're right.
They could not they loved doing those. Like Jesse's the art teacher. I don't know the exact word they have for that, where it's like bands of color that don't blend into each other. They're just like hard lines.
Yeah,
but like that is like all these covers, they're like, is there a way we can work a rainbow into this?
He was like, okay, I got a vampire. I've got a wagon. How can I put some rainbows on this?
Good. I'm picturing earth tone rainbows.
Earth tone.
Brown, red, orange, yellow. Don't blend the colors. Make sure there's hard, definitive lines so that they look like bands of color. Just go.
Yeah, they're called stripes. That's
stripes.
What Jesse says.
What's the fancy art term for that?
They're called stripes. That's funny. The technical term is stripes.
Code name is Jonah. They're going straight into some biblical references here, I believe.
Yes, and
with a whale.
As we'll find, this is more of a spy book. Oh, 1980. I forgot. This one is really old. This is one of the earliest. It's number 6 in the series. That's why.
I was going to say, I think it's single digits. I remember seeing this one a lot.
Yeah, this one's a popular one. All right. Code name is Jonah. I'll start this one out since you started the other one. Yep.
Yeah, man.
6 levels below. So this is going to have a lot of similarities to the G.I. Joe one, I think. 6 levels below the White House lawn, commonly known as the Pit. Oh, wait. Wrong book.
The Pit. Oh, wait.
The Pit. In Annex U36, you lean back in the big red leather chair in the office of J.J. Oberd, Director of Special Intelligence Group. He glares at you through steel-rimmed glasses from behind a massive oak desk and taps his black briar pipe on the rim of a crystal bowl. Have you ever heard the sounds of the humpback whales? Oberd asks. They're like organ music, beautiful and eerie. Uh-huh, you replied. I like how the best we can come up was not yes,
cool,
or whatever. Correct.
You bore me.
Oberd picks up the letter from his desk. From Dr. Claude Dumont in Boston to the President of the United States. Dear Mr. President, while tracking humpback whales near Bermuda last month, we recorded whale songs of a type we have never heard before. The whales have a secret, and the new whale song is the key. We are analyzing it with our computer. I'll advise you of our findings as soon as possible. Respectfully yours, Claude Dumont, Director, Center for Marine Studies. If Dumont is correct, Oberd says, it's important for us to learn the meaning of the new whale song before anyone else does. For one thing, it would help us find where these whales go when they disappear. What do you mean, you ask? Oberd chews on his pipe before explaining. At a time when there should be lots of humpback whales off Greenland, where they migrate in the summer, seem to disappear completely. Since they can only stay underwater for 30 minutes, we have a mystery. Where do they go? Do you want me to go up to Boston and talk to Dumont, you ask? Obard fastens his eyes upon you as he pauses to light his pipe. I'm afraid your assignment will be more difficult than that, he says. Dumont has been missing for 36 hours. We believe he has been kidnapped by KGB agents, led by someone known as Double I. Obard pushes.
He's got two of them.
He's got two eyes? What?
What?
Obard pushes a folder across the desk. You pick it up and read a report of how the day before last Dumont met with Professor Hans Klein, who agreed to help prepare the computer program that would be used in studying the new whale song. After meeting, Dumont told Klein he was going straight home. He never made it. We've booked you on the next plane to Boston, Obard says as he put the report back on the desk. A helicopter is waiting to take you to the airport. Find Dumont. Find the whale song tape. Your mission is top priority. Your code name is Jonah. Title drop. An hour and 20 minutes later, your 727 Stratojet touches down at Logan International Airport in Boston. You know that Dr. Hans Klein is the key man in the case. Perhaps you should see him first. On the other hand, the scientists at the Center for Marine Studies surely have been following Dumont's work closely. There's a good chance they have important information about the humpback whales. If you visit Dr. Hans Klein, turn to page 4. If you visit the Center for Marine Studies, turn to page 6. So see? Dr. Klein or Marine Studies. You like how clean this is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Back to that. I feel like in some ways, some of those other books that tried to kind of emulate Choose Your Own Adventure, they tried to get a little cute with the format, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, and I get it, man. Play with it, see what works, but somehow it just feels like disjointed. It's like, you know, there's almost this like elegance to this style, you know?
Yes. Well, and it's early in the series, and it's by the guy that created it, so he knew how to keep it clean, simple, easy. Yep. But yeah, you're right. They tried to change something that didn't need to be changed.
Right. So, it's like, dude, just do that. They're like, anyway, Klein.
Yeah. Klein.
Page 4. Here we go.
Fashion icon.
Dr. Klein receives you at his ivy-covered brick house overlooking the Charles River in Cambridge. After checking your identity, he invites you into his study. Dumont was on the verge of a great discovery, he claims, as soon as you are both seated. We were using my computer to analyze the new whale song, but I can't do it without Dumont. I'll be glad to play the tape for you. The phone rings before you have a chance to reply. Klein answers it and beckons you over. I mean, listening to it's not going to help us out a whole lot. It's going to sound a lot of like, you know, woo, wee,
no,
woo.
Yeah.
You know, the sounds that Jesse makes.
Yeah, you won't know what they're saying anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, why do your underwear say Calvin on them? Calvin Klein. Why do you keep calling me Calvin?
Calvin. Back to the Future reference there, folks.
There you go. The phone rings before you have a chance to reply. Klein answers it and beckons you over. It's Mr. Obard. How we go? Is it Obard?
Yeah, Obard. That's how I said it. I don't know if that's
calling from. Yeah, we'll go with Obard. Calling from Washington. Sorry to bother you, Obard says, but this may be important. A Cessna 323 executive jet landed in Halifax an hour ago. Like, they're getting real specific with the details, and it's like, just tell me a plane landed, bro. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
On board, wouldn't it be funny if I was telling you, like, Lee, I'm catching a 747 Q9 passenger jet with fuel liner engines
with red stripes on the side.
You're like, cool, man. So a plane. You're like, yeah.
Plane, yeah.
Be simple, I guess. Landed in Halifax an hour ago. What the Halifax? On board was a KGB agent named Anton Rudriska, right? Rudnitska, who is posing as a businessman. He has been tracking Dumont, and we have been following him. He was met at the Halifax airport and driven to a seaside farmhouse. There's a motorboat anchored in the cove nearby. We're pretty sure that Nitska plans to use it to get to a Russian submarine. Oh, those
boy.
Russians. Can't trust them.
Ruskies.
You may want to go up there right away. This may lead us to Dumont. You may catch the afternoon plane if you hurry. This is the trifecta choice. See, the elegance.
Yes.
If you stay and ask Klein to play the whale song tapes, turn to page 7. If you take the first plane to Halifax to track down Anton Rudnitska, turn to page 8. If you go to Boston FBI to check out their files on Dr. Claude Dumont, turn to page 9.
Wow. 7, 8, 9. Just right in a row.
79. Once again, elegance. They're not like, if you want this, turn to page 102. If you want this, turn to page 2. If you want to turn to this, turn to page negative 497.
Yeah, exactly. Just so simple. Yeah, I like how they are very detailed on the submarine and the plane. He lays out the story very, very easily. Just very descriptive, I guess.
He does. Jesse's right, though. We do meet like a whole lot of new information in this one page. We're like,
yeah,
Russian spy, Boston, submarines, planes, Cessnas.
Whale songs, Cessnas,
whales.
This is like, all crammed in there at once. My 9-year-old brain. I'm only 9.
I'm missing Turbo Teen on the cartoon on Saturday morning cartoons right now.
Yeah, exactly. Grab my Fruit Loops. Okay, Jesse says, go to Halifax.
What the Halifax? Man, we passed up the
Dr. F is that what the Halifax?
Exactly.
All right, so page 8. All right, page 8. You promptly take leave, Klein, and hail a cab and head for the airport. It will be dark when you reach Halifax. You'll have to stay overnight in a hotel, rent a car, and head out to the farmhouse in the morning. While waiting for your plane, you learn that a storm is expected. High winds and 6 to 8 foot waves are predicted for the next couple of days. Rough for Raunowski to put to sea. You'll have time to close in on him. Turn to page 10. A few hours later, you land at Halifax Airport, pick up your baggage, and walk outside into the cold, misty night. As you wait for a cab to take you to the Lord Dunbar Hotel, a black Ford drives up. A well-tailored young woman steps out and walks up to you. Jonah, she gestures with her hand and indicating that she wants you to get inside the car. Obard must have gotten in touch with a Canadian intelligence officer and asked them to provide you with assistance. But he never mentioned anything about Canada, did he?
No.
Huh. Okay. We're just making assumptions in our 9-year-old mind. Huh. Yep. She must be Canadian. Huh. She doesn't look Druish, like Spaceballs.
That's funny.
All right. As you step forward to get in the car, you exchange glances with the driver, a heavy-set man with a cap pulled down over his forehead. He smiles at you. The woman knows your code name, so you have no reason to doubt that she is on your side. Yet, for some reason, you feel suspicious. Maybe you're just getting jumpy from being in the business too long. If you get in the car, turn to page 24. If you decide to step back and ask a few questions, turn to page 25. So do we get in the car or do we ask questions? Let us know in the chat.
That is a hallmark too. It seems like of these like spy ones where they're like, there's like a lot of like other things. Like there's the main narrative, like whales, man. Where's the whale?
Where's the whales?
It's like, or you could roll the dice and eat that Jello cup. It's like, I guess I'll eat the Jello cup. I'm hungry.
Jello cup. It's like what the whales, Jello cup. Not seeing the connection, but we're just gonna throw it out there.
We're gonna ask some questions. We're not just gonna climb into someone's car. And is that the guy who's smiling at us right now? By the way, is this the guy? No.
Oh thanks. Yeah. Ooh yeah. I forgot it. Well, yeah, that guy. You never get in a car with a guy like that.
No.
So ask some questions.
My 80s sensibilities are telling me to back off.
Yeah, I watch a lot of PSAs. I know better. All right, 25.
Any guys with hat? 25. You step back and study the woman closely. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a man in a black raincoat approaching. You whirl and run toward the entrance to the airport, then dash for a taxi and jump in.
Ooh.
Wow, we didn't stop to ask any questions, really.
No, I don't think we asked anything.
Take me to the Lord Dunbar Hotel, you tell the driver. He accelerates down the airport access road while you watch out the rear window. The Ford is following. Can you shake that car behind us, you ask? I don't know, but I'll give it a try. I've always liked a good race, said the guy we've known for 4 milliseconds.
Yeah.
He accelerates, then makes a screaming turn, doubling back on a side road. You hear the screeching of brakes behind you as the Ford tries to stay on your trail. Your car gathers speed. If we can cross McCurdy Avenue before the light changes, they'll never get us, the driver says. You glance at the speedometer. It's quivering at 65 miles an hour, the fastest speed in 1982.
82, yeah.
The light is changing. McCurdy Avenue is about 100 yards away. Now the light is yellow. A car ahead of you is braking to stop. The black Ford is gaining from behind. Cross traffic is beginning to move as the light changes. You don't see how your driver can make the crossing, but that may be your only chance. If you tell the driver to gun it, turn to page 46. If you tell him to hit the brakes, turn to page 40.
Wow. I love this one. Has a lot of choices.
A lot of choices. That. Call Proof Rock and Schmidt. Where are those guys?
Schmidt.
What I love about it is Proof Rock and Schmidt. If they had a logo, it'd be PS and PO. Ooh.
Yes, exactly. Oh man, they probably hired the strategy specialist from the last book, Proof Rock and Schmidt.
They did.
It's
like, how should we do this? What you do is you go in the forest. If that doesn't work, go in the cabin. When you're in the cabin, go back in the forest, and then go back in the cabin again one more time, and then go back in the forest.
In the forest.
Gun it,
gun it. That's the second track off of our Gun It album.
That's our title track, Gun It, from our album Gun It.
Gun It.
With the second track.
No, I think it's next to the track called Go Into the Woods, Know the Cabin.
Yep. No, I meant the cabin with the secret track at the end being Dr. F. That's the name of the song.
Dr. F. All right.
Dr.
Page 46. Dr. F to the cabin. All right. 46. Beat the light, you shout. The driver steps on the gas, racing through the intersection against the red light. You see a huge gray truck bearing down. It tries to swerve. Watch it, you shout. The driver turns sharply. We're a backseat driver, aren't we?
We're telling him how to drive, bro.
The driver turns sharply and the truck roars by, catching the back of your car and sending it into a terrifying spin. You double up on the floor. In the instant before blacking out, you are flung widely against the front seat. The moment you wake up, you know you're in the hospital, and you've been here for quite a while because J.J. Obard is looking down at you. Your cab driver is standing next to him, his arm in a sling and a bandage around his head. Sorry, Jonah, it looks like you're out of the operation. Obard says, take it easy and get well. We'll need you again before long. I'm sure. By the way, you haven't been introduced to your cab driver, Anton Renowniska. You look up with surprise at the smiling, bandaged man. He's really working for us, Obard says. Thank the Lord. A nurse walks into the room. Sorry, she says, the patient has to rest. We'll tell you about what happened when you're feeling better, Obard says. He waves goodbye and beckons Renowska to come with him. You realize you need a lot more rest, and in a few minutes, you're asleep, listening in a dream to the haunting songs of the humpback whales. The end. Wow. It's kind of a lame ending, but we didn't even get started.
No. We're like, go here, get in the car, run away. Oh, God, we got in a car accident. That's the story.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the only thing that happened was we got in a car accident.
I want to get to this part in the story.
Essentially,
we're like, oh no!
Oh yeah, jumping over the. Oh.
That's the thing.
Oh, man,
you
that's
come
great.
across illustrations where you're like,
well, that's the good thing about this. So this
40.
one has 40 different endings. Yeah, 40 different endings on this one. So this one's got a lot of meat in it, possibly, if we can just find it.
We've had enough right here. We're like, that's it.
We're done. We're in our cabin. We're not leaving.
I'm sick of this in the cabin. Let's find one more.
We're never leaving.
What I like about these illustrations is that you see these things and you're like, man, I want to figure out how I get to that.
I know, and there's no way to really tell. Because you really can't backtrack it on what was so intriguing. And Paul Granger, I think, is a great illustrator. I kind of like his work. It's fun.
Yeah,
but we'll try this one again.
It's quintessential choose your own adventure. I mean, it really is. And
because he did the artwork for the first few books. You know, Chimney Rock, Who Killed Harlow Thrombey, all the kind of iconic ones.
He's even got like a little technical drawing here. He's like, do you take path A?
Oh,
and it shows you like where to go. Like,
that's awesome. Kind of like on UFO 451, where it has the cutout of the ship and just those just grab the imagination of 9-year-old Eddie, right?
Oh, dude, they do.
Everybody,
I love it so much, and we gotta love Jesse. Going back and forth to the cabin is half the battle. And also, remember, kids, never tell your cabbie to gun it.
Gun it.
Yes. Do it. Break all the laws.
I don't care. And then you're it's funny in this story, as you told him to gun it, then you're like, watch out for that truck. I'm like, you told me to gun it. What do you want me to do?
Gun it, bro. After we gun it, whatever.
It's over, dude. We're gunning it.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was fun.
That was super fun.
But we'll try this one again in 2 weeks. But go to uchoosepodcast.com. We've got the old episodes, all the different ways you can get in touch with us. Let us know what you want to read. Yeah, and we'll try to make it happen. I think I forgot. I'll have to pull it up next time. But we had some comments in about the podcast earlier, so I apologize for that. But we'll try to catch it next time and do shout outs for people.
Talk about shout outs. It's our first new time slot. I mean, we've been on Thursdays. Let's see. When we started, we were on what nights were we originally?
It
was Friday.
Tuesdays.
Oh yeah, it was Tuesday night.
I think it was Tuesdays. Yeah. Tuesday night, and then we switched to Thursday, and we'll be at Sunday nights or Sunday mornings for the next couple months. But I kind of like Thursday. We'll try to get back there. But anyway,
yeah, no worries. We'll get back to. We'll do what we got to do.
We have merch. So if you go to uchoosepodcast.com, there's a link in there for merch, t-shirts, mugs, water bottles, phone cases, whatever. I try not to shill too much, but hey, check it out.
Hey, I'll probably get a cell phone case for myself. We got lots of stickers too. Yeah. And as far as stickers go too, if you, come and see us, I mean, we'll keep things announced, but you had gone to a mini convention in Lincoln, Nebraska about a month ago. We're hopefully going to be able to do another one of those getting into the autumn. So stay tuned for announcements for that. But if you catch us in the wild, you can get some free stickers.
Definitely. And lots of high fives. So, all right. Well, hey, appreciate it, everybody. Thanks for listening. And until next time, you choose the adventure. All right. Thanks, everybody.
See you, everybody.